Hey guys, we're back with another Diecast review. This review is on Dale Earnhardt's 1978 Cardinal Tractor Co. White Crown Engineering Ford. This was given to me last night by a friend for my birthday. This is my birthday gift that he got me. It's really cool, so thank you to my friend for getting it. I've wanted this one for a while, but the only ones I could find were the chrome finish, and I didn't really want the chrome finish. I liked the original car, and he found one and got it for me. So thank you to him. This is my favorite Dale Earnhardt car that he's run, just about. I really like the paint scheme. I always have. Now that I have this one, I kind of would like to get a Jeffrey Earnhardt custom of the throwback to this car that he ran last year at Darlington. I think it'd be pretty cool to have both of them side by side. This is a NASCAR Classics car. It's really cool. This is my first NASCAR Classics car that I have in my collection. So let's get into the card. Here's a NASCAR Classics card. You got Race 1 was the World 600 at Charlotte. First time racing a Ford and Cup. He started 28th, finished 17th. Then race 2 is a Firecracker 400. Started 28th, finished 7th. Race 3 was the Talladega 500. Started 27th, finished 12th. And the Southern Highway 500. Started 14th, finished 16th. So there's the card. Like I said, first NASCAR Classics car that I have. It's probably the first car that I have that was driven before 1990. I'm pretty sure the next oldest car I have is a Bill Elliott 90s car. Not sure what year it is. But this is the oldest car I have. It's probably one of the favorites in my collection. Definitely a grill car for me. Dale Earnhardt was one of the, if not my favorite all-time drivers. I just always have enjoyed going back, reading about him, watching about him. I was born in 2001, so I was born the same year he died, so I never really got to see him race. But just always going back and hearing about him, watching old races is just cool. So I always liked Dale Earnhardt. So let's get into the box. There's the top. It's one of the slide out sleeve boxes. So there's the top of it. Here's the sticker. Dale Earnhardt 96 Cardinal Tractor 1978 Ford Torino. One of 6,096. There's the other end of the box. So there's the box and the card. Let's get into the actual car itself. It's a great looking car. I really enjoy the paint scheme. So let's start down the left side here. Got STP, Moroso, CRC, Rogel and Ride, Goodyear. And you got Holly, Die Hard, Union, Moog, Champion, STP. You got the 96, you got Earnhardt on the name rail there. Cardinal Tractor. So there's the left side of the car. Go to the front here. You got White Crown Engineering on the hood. You got the front bumper grill area. Got the 96 on the headlights. Got the 96 on the roof with the stars going right down the middle. That's pretty cool. I like that. I just like the paint scheme. I think it just looks sharp. If we go to the bumper, there's the back of the car. Got the 96 on the headlights. You got Heller triangle springs there on the deck lid area. It's kind of below the splitter. Sorry. If you go down the right side, the same thing. STP, Moroso, CRC, Rogel and Ride. Yeah, this is a really good looking paint scheme. I always like this. Gonna have to find somebody to get that Jeffrey Earnhardt made. But this is definitely one of my favorite cars in my collection now. I've been looking to get this one for a long time. I like the older cars. I think another old NASCAR Classics car I was looking to get was a Cale Yarborough. Cause I always, once again, didn't get to see him race, but I enjoyed watching replays and hearing stories. This is a lot heavier than the cars they make now. It's heavier. The trunk opens, deck lid opens, the wheels turn, and the hood does open. If I can get it open here. Yep. This is basically a fully functioning Elite nowadays. So it's pretty cool that it has as much detail as it does. Yeah, it's just a cool car. I always like the older ones. I wish they made them like they do, or like they did, the Diecast at least. But there's actually a story on the side of the box here, so I'm gonna read it. Just see if I can read it without shaking the camera too bad. It says the story behind the number 96 Cardinal Tractor Ford. When the original driver of the number 96 Cardinal Tractor Ford had to be scratched after a dust-up with the Charlotte Law, car owner Will Cronkite said he found himself without a driver for one of the biggest races of the year, the 1978 World 600 at Charlotte Motor Speedway. The television news was announcing that we didn't have a driver, said Cronkite. The news gentleman didn't get those words out of his mouth before Dale called me on the telephone and said, "Can I drive that car?" Cronkite, who at the time wore his hat, both car owner and crew chief, told Earnhardt that he'd give him a shot. So later that evening, Earnhardt met him at the track for a practice run. "I'm from the old school where you do what the driver says," Cronkite said. "A happy driver is a good driver." Which is why when Earnhardt asked Cronkite to make major adjustments to the seat position so he could see the field better, Cronkite didn't balk. What has always impressed me is that he was new, but he was confident enough in his ability to ask for what he needed, even if that meant asking me to cut up my new car. Earnhardt drove the car to a 17th place finish that first race. When Cronkite, he drove it 3 more times, notching his first top 10 in NASCAR's Premier Series. That's what I was reading from. So yeah, this is a pretty cool car. It's been one of my favorite paint schemes. Cool to finally have it on the shelf. I gotta find a spot for it. If it was a newer car, I'd kind of put it just anywhere, but just the, I guess, prestige of this car and the history with it, I gotta find a good spot for it, so it'll be front and center. I'll probably put it on my desk next to the computer monitor, so I'll see it almost all the time. Yeah, I just gotta thank my friend for finding this and thinking buying it for me. This is just a really cool car. So let me know in the comments what other old NASCAR Classics cars you guys have. I think there's other NASCAR Classics that I want to get soon, so I'll probably end up with a couple. But let me know what cars you guys have. Let me know if there's any you want to see reviews on. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Check out my Instagram, which is @JA_Diecasts. I'll be posting pictures of it there, going into a little more detail. Not sure when I'll have another one up. Should be soon. But until then, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.